Well, welcome back. This is Gary, and this video is something that I thought I would do. It's concerning seasonal changes of gear. As the seasons change, things come and go. I see a lot of people on the trail that have to mail stuff back or have parents bring it. Well, with doing a supported through hike, like I've talked about before, I will have things in the RV that I can change out within a day or two if necessary. So what I want to do is just kind of cover things that I may be changing out as I go along. So start off with, it'll be winter time. So starting in late February, this is my Enlightened Equipment 0 degree 950 fill quilt that I use inside my hammock, and it is actually very warm. It does very well, and I'm very pleased with got a lot of berries there. I'm pleased with how well it performs. So, but the last time I went on a hike, over Labor Day weekend here, it was too warm, and they got down to 38 one night, and I was toasty most nights. The other couple nights it was in the very low 40s, 41, 40, something like that, and very toasty. So 40 degree bag the 0 degree bag was almost too much when that's as low as it got. So what I have is, besides 0 degree, I have got and that's a Enlightened Equipment Enigma. This is a Enlightened Equipment Revelation. It unzips flat, but it's a 30 degree bag. So it's a lot lighter, a little less puffy, and I have yet to use it. That being said, so I'm looking forward to using that on the warmer days, warmer nights. And but it's very, very comfortable and nice. It feels nice. I like the way it feels. So to go along with those, one thing I have picked up is this sleeping bag liners. This is the Sea to Summit Thermal Reactor Extreme. It's supposed to add 25 degrees of warmth. Now, with the 0 degree bag, what you don't see on my underquilt, which is a 20 degree underquilt on my hammock. This is supposed to add 25 degrees of warmth to your setup. I don't know that I trust it to say 25, but if it got real extremely cold, if they're expecting like teens, I could add this to my sleeping bag at night. And the other thing this does is it keeps your body stuff, sweat and stuff off the sleeping bag. However, I'm not too concerned about that because I almost always wear base layer or a set of long johns and long sleeve shirt, whatever, at night as an extra layer. And that usually keeps all the stuff off me anyhow. It's a clean set. It's not my hiking set. But if it got real cold, that'd be there. Now this is wintertime. Summertime, I would change out to a cocoon mummy liner. This is silk and whole lot lighter than this, believe me. And this I would use if it got real warm and I was sleeping without my long johns on, or my base layer, whatever you want to call it. Then I would definitely use this to keep the dirt and grime off me, because this would be a whole lot easier to throw in the wash machine than the sleeping bag. So I want to kind of preserve keep those as clean as possible, or my quilts. Keep those as clean as possible while I'm hiking. But those are seasonal things that will change out. Gloves. I have, in my clothing video, I showed you these gloves and my other ones that are good for about down to 32. So once the temperature changes where it's not going to be that extreme anymore, then these will stay in the RV. I won't be carrying these anymore unless the temperature changes again, because these are a little heavier than other gloves and they're bulky. So save space, save weight. Those will go away. talked about this in my miscellaneous gear video. These are hand warmers. They're real kind of bulky for hand, but these will be used at nighttime if necessary, or I guess during the hike and during the daytime too. I can stick them in an inner pocket and help keep me warm, my chest warm or whatever, body. But these will be used at nighttime if it's get real extreme cold. But once it warms up, again, I won't be needing those. So those are a temporary thing. My booties. I find I really like these at night and when I'm sleeping. So they keep the feet warm. So again, a seasonal thing, if it's real cold out, I'll put these on and this keeps my lower feet, that's where they're at. These will keep my feet warm. Now, what I've done a lot in the past, and it actually works pretty good, is if it's warm enough out and where I don't need the booties, I like wearing either my sock liners, something like that, just to have something on my feet. Kind of keeps my feet off the sleeping bag as well, so it keeps that grub off there, sweaty feet from getting on there. But so these will go away when it gets real warm out. I talked about my Catula micro spikes on the miscellaneous gear video as well. These will come with me probably through the Smokies for sure. I won't get rid of them before then. And how much longer I carry them after that, they'll depend on what the weather looks like. If there's chance of snow in the forecast in the hills, wherever I'm at, then I can bring those back out. But those will stay, after the Smokies, will go back to the RV and I won't carry those anymore. All right, another thing is my camp chair, my Helinox Zero. Again, mentioned in the miscellaneous video. This is my Helinox Zero. Depending on how I feel about it, I may or may not have it with me. This is an optional thing to take when, as maybe a seasonal change item. I know I want to have it with me when I'm hiking in the summertime, just because the days are longer and I have more time, say at night, to spend in camp just lounging around, and it's great for that. Wintertime, days are shorter, get into camp, get set up, get right into the hammock, I don't know. So this may or may not even be necessary during the wintertime, but in the summertime I like to have it. So this will be coming into the hammock, or my kit during the summertime. Camp shoes. If I get into camp in the wintertime and the ground is wet, snowy, whatever, I really don't want to be wearing open-toed shoes around. This is a question mark for me just now, because I don't know exactly how I want to proceed with this. But these are a lot heavier than these basically slippers. They do have a rubber sole on them. I do find when I step out of my hammock during the middle of the night to pee, I like to have something on my feet, especially if I got to walk away from my hammock, or even just walking around inside the tarp area of my hammock. I like to have something on my feet, because typically I might have my booties on, or I might just be barefoot, or sock liners on, and so this keeps the ground debris from getting on my feet and then putting that back into the hammock. But as far as wintertime goes, if it's snowy, the ground is wet, snowy, probably would not be using those at all. I would just leave if I need to step out, I'll put my hiking boots back on, slip them into them, and just move around that way, because they are waterproof and they'll keep the snow and stuff off my socks. Once summer comes around, then I will put those in there. They're good for around camp, good for water crossings, if you got to ford through a river. But wintertime, I may have these with me just as something to slip on my feet. If it's not snowy, but it's just debris on the ground. If I got to get out, these slip on and off real easy. So again, these are a question mark. These are definitely won't have them until seasonal changes. All right, I think that is all I got for my seasonal change video. If you got any questions, comments, let me know. And that being said, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you out there. Have a great day.